Hello, this is Blue Diamond Coasters, and I'm back at Busch Gardens Williamsburg, mainly just to use my Hershey Park employee discount, but also to experience DarKoaster, their brand new indoor straddle coaster, multi-launch, double lap thing. That looks pretty interesting. This is actually my first time at Busch Gardens Williamsburg in the summer. I've been coming here for a few years, but I've only ever gone in spring or October. So I finally get to be here during the summer and finally get to ride Escape from Pompeii, which has always been closed whenever I go. So looking forward to today. I'm actually a bit late. The park's been open an hour, so hopefully DarKoaster hasn't gotten too long a line, but that's my #1 priority, followed by Pompeii. And then of course all the classics, Pantheon, although it's not really a classic since it opened like a year ago. But there's also Griffon, Apollo's Chariot, Alpengeist, Verbolten, all the great rides that we know and love from Busch Gardens. So let's head on in. Just saw Escape from Pompeii go down. I realized that's the first time I've ever seen this thing open in person. Because like I said, I've only been here in like springtime when it's closed, and then Halloween when it's closed, and also they have like a house in there, I think. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna do this later. But my #1 priority today is DarKoaster. So I'm gonna be heading back there right now. Hopefully, fingers crossed, the line isn't too long. One thing that's definitely different about Busch Gardens Williamsburg this year, Mock Tower is completely gone. Good riddance, honestly. It was kind of an drop tower, and Falcon's Fury was far superior. Please, Busch, don't do anything with Falcon's Fury. I've heard things about it possibly closing. Please don't do anything with it. Although I have no idea what's gonna come to this space. I don't know. Something, eventually, maybe. Alright, it's time to do DarKoaster. So I did talk with the guy. He said it should be open later today. Fingers crossed. And this is like the reason why I came down here. So hopefully it'll reopen later. Yeah, it just changed from like 15 to 45 minute wait, even though, oh, yep, now it's back to 15. Now it's back to 45. Now it's back to 15, even though it's closed. By the way, I decided today to get the Busch Gardens Williamsburg app. It wasn't much help because it said they like only showed like a few wait times. Like it showed the ones for Alpengeist or Apollo, but that was about it. So, I don't know, maybe I'll do Verbolten. It said it had a 20-minute wait on the app, but then it also didn't say that this was closed, so who knows.
Remember, don't look back as you brave the Black Forest.
Alright, did Verbolten. Pretty good, although on like pretty much all the mid-course breaks, we like went to a stop and like slow, like we hit the mid-course, it's kind of like in the building, and I thought we were gonna get like E-stopped or block checked as we just went so slow. And on the bridge way up there, we went like really slow into it, and even the little like mid-course before the drop went really slow into it, so I don't know if it's just running slow today, or they're just doing that to space trains out, or what. So DarKoaster is still closed. They scared me for a second. I guess they had put the sign from temporarily closed to just closed, and then as I was walking up to ask them about it, they flipped it back to temporary. So hopefully it'll be better. But anyway, I decided to eat at the Fest House, but I'm not eating from the Fest House food. I decided to get a pizza pretzel over from the pretzel stand over there. And this is something I've always like seen them have, but I've never actually gotten, so now I'm finally gonna try it. Well, the pizza pretzel was okay. Wasn't as good as I thought it would be. But DarKoaster is still down, so I'm gonna head across the bridge, and maybe I'll do Pompeii now, or I might kind of see what the line for Pantheon and stuff like that, and Apollo is like. You can see they're still doing renovations and stuff on the Italy Bridge, but thankfully, in order for us video and photo people, they conveniently left these holes here, so you can still get those good views. Pantheon is open, and according to that, it only has a 5-minute wait, so I think at least one ride is in order. So yeah, the queue timer at the front of the line was right. Pantheon's a station wait right now. I mean, the station's pretty full, but the line pretty much ends right there, so I'm definitely getting a few rides on this.
Please let go of your harness so it may be checked for you at this time. During your ride, remain seated, keeping your hands on the line, with your arms and legs down and inside the line, with your head back against the headrest.
Man, so yeah, 3 rides on Pantheon within the span of probably 45 minutes. That thing is running so good. Gosh, I missed that thing. Love that. Definitely still in my top 10. Anyway, I think now it's time I try something else. Let's do Apollo's Chariot.
Please remain sitting upright, facing forward with your hands, arms, and legs down and inside your lap. Please secure all loose articles so that they become lost or damaged. Again, for your own safety, please keep...
Alright, I got 1 ride on Apollo's Chariot already, and I gotta talk about that ride. So first off, they actually have a single rider line going. I'm gonna go this way, but basically, they have a single rider line, kind of basically goes all the way up to the station, and you just kind of wait towards the front of the station, and then they'll call you up. And, you know, I was like kind of bummed out. I was like, okay, I can't pick my row, but maybe I'll just get on real quick. Well, there was a group of 3 in the front row. So I managed to get a front row ride on Apollo, and it was just a walk-on. Like, it was just right there. There was nobody else in the second rider line. And also what happened, as we go down the first drop and hit the bottom, they sprayed the misters to scare the birds away. So I got hit in the face by a bunch of mist. So I guess I've now been Fabio'd. But yeah, great ride overall. I'm going on it again. I'm going to try for the back row this time. That Festa Italia's music goes so hard. Anyway, the back row on Apollo was great, and now I'm actually gonna head back to Germany, or Oktoberfest, just to see if DarKoaster is open. Because the app doesn't say, like, it only has wait times for a few rides, and one of those rides that doesn't have wait time for is DarKoaster, so I don't know if that means it's closed, or they just don't have it for that ride. Because Pantheon also doesn't show wait time, but that thing's open. As I was walking up here, I was praying to Count Radwig that DarKoaster would be open, and it is open. It's like a 90-minute wait, but at this point, I don't care. I picked up a Powerade and a refill bottle just to get through this line. Finally, I get to ride this.
Do you have what it takes to brave the storm? Let's find out. You've escaped. This time.
Exiting DarKoaster. One thing I wanted to point out, I like kind of like terminologies Busch Gardens using for loose articles. The ride always wins.
Thing about street fights, the street always wins.
Alright, just got my first ride on DarKoaster. I got back row, and that was solid. That was pretty good. Definitely like a good use of the Darkastle space. Like, they were able to fit a decently long ride right in there. I liked the double track, or double lap really. And since I was in the back row, I could just look behind me and see the thing slide over, which is always really cool to watch. It didn't look like a lot of the effects were on, but then again, maybe that's kind of the point. It's supposed to be, you know, dark. But the effects that were on were still looking pretty good, like those skeletons that like kind of flashed by. Those were pretty cool. And of course, Count Radwig himself. Great to see him returning. But yeah, really good ride. Wouldn't wait 90 minutes though. I'd say maybe like 45 if I really want to. All right, it's finally time I do Escape from Pompeii. The one ride at Busch Gardens that has evaded me for so long. I'm always here during the wrong season. Now I'm finally gonna ride it. Alright, just did Escape from Pompeii for the first time. Didn't actually get too wet. I wore a poncho just for precaution, but I was in row 2 and I like barely got anything. So like as a water ride, it's kind of meh, but as like a themed ride, wow, like maybe, I don't think I've ever seen video of Pompeii, and if I did, it was like long ago that I don't remember anything about it. But wow, I did not know the inside of that was like so themed and all the effects on it. So like a water ride's kind of fine, but as like a theme ride, like that's more of like a boat ride, like a dark ride than a flume ride. So yeah, really good there. I almost went on it again, but I kind of want to do other things. Speaking of things that aren't usually open when I come here, the Skyway is open today. So it's been like I remember doing it the first time I came here, like way back in 2010, I think, was when I first came here. And I just remember I was with, it was me, my mom, and a friend of my mom's from college, because we were going to a UD football game. And our reactions to seeing Griffon for the first time, I will never forget. Because we were taking like the skyway that goes over to Griffon, and it goes right past it, and that like reveal of seeing a vertical drop. I think that for me that would have been the first time I'd seen something like that, so really cool, and never forget that memory. But anyway, I think I'm gonna go find where's the entrance to the skyway? I think it's over there. Yeah, I'm gonna take the skyway over to France so I can head on Griffon. Just got off the Skyway. You know, last time I was at Griffon, it was actually like a pretty long wait because it was during Hollow Scream. No line now. This is what happens when you open DarKoaster. Everybody goes over there, and the lines everywhere else go down to like a station wagon. Okay, what's that sound over there? You guys hear it? Is that like Loch Ness or either like bridge work or something? I don't know. Kind of concerning. But did back row on Griffon. That was a great ride. I got a ton of airtime on both drops. And since the line is kind of short, I think I'm gonna do the front nap. Look at that, moving trains, love to see it. another ride on Griffon, this time front far right seat. Actually the back row is also like a edge seat, so definitely like the edge seats the most. I think I also prefer the back row to Griffon, just gets a ton of airtime. Just took the Skyway from France to Germany because it's time to head over to Alpengeist, a ride that I don't know, I kind of, not the biggest fan of it, but I also don't get to ride a lot, so. Oh yeah, over here is the, free beer, but I think over here is the, speakeasy that they added. I heard about it from, Mike and EB from Coaster Radio. I think they experienced, or one of them experienced it, Mike, I believe. And yeah, it definitely seems like a cool thing. It's definitely like a unique experience to do. I believe it's in this building, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, that's a really cool thing to do. I'm not doing it today because you have to like make a reservation for it also. Don't think I want to do it like by myself, but definitely a thing to do maybe next time I'm here. Also, I still love the whole like new look they did here a few years ago. Did 2 rides on Alpengeist, once in the front, once in the back. Shout out, by the way, to Travis. I'll plug his Instagram and TikTok right here. Actually, I was surprised. I was just kind of talking with him because I saw he had a Pantheon shirt on. We were just kind of talking coaster and stuff. And he asked for my YouTube and stuff, and I asked for his, and I'm like, wait a minute, I've been following you for like ever on TikTok. Like back when I was like, you know, very small. I wasn't before I like really went big on TikTok, so that was really cool kind of meeting him in person. But yeah, that Cobra roll, what were they cooking there? What were y'all cooking there, Busch? Oh, sun's very bright, like right into the sunset. Here, you get to see my face for once. Alpengeist in the back was very jolty into that Cobra roll, and it's just weird. Like the first half of the ride is like balls to the wall intense, like you're gonna get your legs ripped off. And then pretty much everything after the mid-course kind of goes by the same pacing of Great Bear after the corkscrew. Just kind of, we're just trying to get back to the station, that's all. And yeah, those trims on the mid-course hit very hard. But anyway, now I'm gonna head not to Invader. I'm skipping that, I'm not worried about Invader Day. We're gonna head down to Le Scoot because log swim. Finished the scoot, and somehow I got more wet on that than Pompeii. I mean, on Pompeii I had a poncho, but my poncho didn't really get wet at all either, so It was just where I was sitting, I don't know, but definitely a really great log flume. Also, I was wrong earlier. Here's where the speakeasy is. Yeah, definitely not suspicious at all. Well, since Loch Ness is closed, guess I'm ending out the night on the 2 Festa Italia coasters, Pantheon and Apollo. Yep, only 2. I don't see anything else there. Anyway, we'll start off with Apollo and then try to get last ride on Pantheon. Managed to get 2 rides on Apollo's Chariot, both in the same spot, second row, right side. Mainly just because I used the single rider line, that's where they placed me for the first ride, and then there was like no one in my row when I got back, so I just asked if I could go again. They said sure. And you know what, I got a little bit of time, I'll just do 10 pesto because there's nobody in line for it right now, just to say that I did it today.
Now sit back with your back against the seat and your head against the headrest. Dare to enjoy your ride on Tempesto. Welcome back, Daredevils.
How's your ride? Awesome. Pull up on your harnesses, exit to the right. Have a great day here at Busch Gardens. Attention guests, we are boarding from the exit side first on this train. Once your row becomes available, you may step on. If your row is unavailable, we will get you on the next one. Take care.
Boarding desks. Step carefully into the seats directly in front of you, then pull the harness down over your head and shoulders and lock your nut. If you're not riding at this time, please take a step back. The gates are now closing. Please let go of your harness so it may be checked for you at this time.
So I guess one thing Pantheon does is not tell everybody to fill in the rows when it's almost the last train. I'm the last one in the station, although I think like employees, or I think someone over there also said like they're gonna wait for the last train, they're gonna let them through the exit. So.
Welcome back.
Alright, so I managed to get last train of the night on Pantheon. That was great. Front row is really good too. Like back row, backwards airtime hills is still insane in the back, but front row you still get crazy amounts of airtime in that spot too. And also in like the outer bank. But yeah, great ride. Great way to end the day. And security, I think, has fallen behind me to escort me out. So I'm gonna make my way out, hit up the gift shop, pick up a Nano, and then make my way out of the park. I guess this is where they take the Clydesdales at night. So that does it for my day here at Busch Gardens Williamsburg. It had me for a second there with me showing up late and then DarKoaster just not opening, but then it did, and all the other lines were like really short. Like other than DarKoaster, I think the next longest was Revolting with 15, and then like everything else was like a station wait or like right out the station. So yeah, just a really great day here overall. What else can I say? It's Busch Gardens Williamsburg. In my opinion, better than Busch Gardens Tampa. While there are some rides at Tampa that I prefer to the ones that are here, just everything else about this park makes up for it. The food, the atmosphere, the landscaping. There's a reason why it's been voted the most beautiful park for like ever. And it's just a really great park overall, and DarKoaster is a really good addition to it. So just to wrap things up, make sure you guys do the usual. If you like the video, make sure to give it a like. If you want to see more videos like it, make sure to subscribe. Make sure to also follow at Blue Diamond Coasters on both Instagram and TikTok. And until next time, this is Blue Diamond Coasters. Later.